Everybody, Chris from Prepared Mind 101 once again. Wow, I knock out so many videos for you guys. Actually not doing as many today because I'm kind of limited on some of the things that are in the queue. However, I whipped this one up on the quick. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while. A lot of the individual items that you're going to see in this video you've seen before, but I just kind of wanted to make a point with this video. I like doing kit videos, showing you different ways to do kits. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's whatever way works for you, and this is just one other option. I was at Cabela's looking around, and I saw this ammo can. And I thought, I wonder how good of a survival kit I could make with just this ammo can. I mean, what all could I put in this ammo can, and how versatile would it be? Because, let's just say, maybe backpacks aren't always the best way to store your gear. Maybe you want to take some of that extra gear that you have, which we all have tons of extra gear, right? I know I do. That's why I'm always giving it away to people. And you just want to make a separate car kit that's not big and crazy and huge like my car trunk video I did way back when. You could do something like this, toss it in your car, and you're going to feel really good about it because of the amount of versatility that's in this thing. So, let's switch the camera around to the table, and we'll open it up, and we'll see how good a job I did with this ammo can survival kit. Dog. Okay, I think I paid, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks for this ammo can at Cabela's. It's a pretty good sized ammo can, pretty well made. So let's pop this open and see how far we can get with this. So right off the bat, gotta have your primary cutting tool. So here I've got MLE2, which is the Tops Brothers of Bushcraft knife, and that's what I could get in this box. The Jessicas, they were not going to fit, so this is more than capable of doing most tasks. And it does have an Exotech fire rod right here. So we've got combustion device, which this is not the only one, and we've got a cutting tool. Secondary cutting tool, since this is all in a box and I don't have any, I can't put a big chopper in this box, I can't put a Baco Laplander in here. That's going to help things. For cover and cover shelter, I've got a grabber all-weather blanket. So this can be you can wrap up in this, or the main reason I have this in here is to serve as a tarp shelter. And it's reflective, so it's going to reflect that heat back to you, keep you warm. No real rhyme or reason, I just kind of put things in here as I could make them fit. I've got a 5-liter dry bag, and the main purpose for this, because this is water resistant, it's got the seal and all this, I threw this in here as auxiliary water storage. So if I have to harvest water and take it with me, I can put it in here. And then I can filter it with my Sawyer mini water filter, and I got the flush kit here too. So I've got everything that came in that kit is in this box. So we've got fire, we've got cutting tools, we've got cover, we've got water. Got to stay clean. Hygiene is important. You don't have to look like you just crawled out of a cow's butt like Bear Grylls always does on all his little things that he sells at Walmart. Clean your ass. Get some wilderness wash. You might have to clean your clothes too, so you're not getting all foot funk or whatever, depending on the situation. Or just to wash your hands after you clean an animal. There's 100 reasons to wash yourself. There's a little bit of room left in this box, so I would probably take whatever room was left and I would fill it with calories. But I did throw a few things in here. I've got some Lipton cup of soups. I got some Swanson chicken bouillon, liquid bouillon. And I've got 2 of these Metrex Big 100 Colossal bars. So these are both about 400 calories. The big thing is they'll fill you up, and you can break this into about 4 meals. If you're doing a wilderness type thing, I've got a little mini survival fishing kit that I put together in here. Depending on the time of year, you want to stay warm. Hopefully you've got some sort of good clothing, but just in case, I got a Under Armour beanie hat right here to cover your head. You want to be able to get to where you're going. I haven't shown this on any of my videos yet before. My dad gave me this. It was kind of messed up, but that's the great thing about YouTube. There's always a video telling you how to fix stuff. This is an actual metal military GI lensatic compass. So I've got it all fixed where it's not works nice and good. So you don't always want to rely just on your smartphone. If it's there, use it. If not, better stick to the basics. Want to scope something out, check out some animals or whatever. I threw a little monocular in here. In this little pouch, I've got a Nutrient 5600 milliamp battery pack, so I can charge my phone to keep trying to call for help or text message or whatnot. It also has a built-in laser pointer, which can be used for signaling, and it has a built-in LED light, which I wouldn't use it for that, but you know, you got to take stock of all the little extra things that your kit can do. Just in case it's winter time and you're caught out there without your proper boots, I put a couple Toasty Toes warmers in there, because I've talked at length about cold feet before and how bad that'll screw you. You gotta be able to do some MacGyvering, and there's no better tool, in my opinion, than the Leatherman Wave. At least no better tool that is actually semi-affordable. So you've got a lot of, I mean, you know what's on the Leatherman Wave. More cutting tools, just a lot more options. And with our cutting tools, we want to make sure that we can keep using them. So I've got the Work Sharp knife and tool, not the knife and tool sharpener, the Work Sharp field sharpener in here. Didn't bring any rem oil because I might have to use it to cut on an animal. We don't want to get rem oil poisoning, right? This is some Duck brand duct tape that's in about the size of like electrical tape roll. What is this, 1 inch? I don't know. But I thought it's pretty handy to have duct tape that's that thin. Got the Waka Waka light. I would keep this as emergency lighting, because on low you got 200 hours, and then if you absolutely had to, I could always take my USB cable and power the phone with it for a little bit of extra communications. This fits in here nice. We want to make sure we can stay warm. There it is, the SOL Escape Bivy. So we've got that, we've got the Grabber heat sheet blanket, and we got one other thing in here. So we're going to be able to stay warm. Having a cloth is always good. I've got a Pack Towel Nano. So it is orange. It's not bright orange. I don't know if you really signal with this, but using this in conjunction with the soap, you'll be able to clean yourself pretty good. And, you know, use it as a bandage or whatever. Speaking of bandages, first aid kit. This is out of my UTG bag. A lot of this stuff is actually, but this is a cream cheese box. I've got a lot of good stuff in here. I've even got sutures in here. I've got hemostat gauze, super glue for closing cuts, triple antibiotic. For you know, some, you know, reasonable stuff. It's not, obviously it's not that big first aid bag that I got, or EMT Supreme bag, whatever the hell you want to call that thing. But I've also got some medications. You're going to be eating a little bit funny if you're out there trying to survive. So I've got some Pepto-Bismol, ibuprofen, Benadryl for having allergic reactions, Tylenol, Tramadol, which is prescription, but I have a prescription, so there you go. If you get bound up, you got laxatives. If you're not bound up enough, I got Imodium AD. And if you can't go to sleep, I got melatonin, and if you need to wake up, I got caffeine. And I've also got some various vitamins. There's some vitamin D in there, multivitamins, vitamin C. So that'll help keep you going a little bit. This is my tinder kit for fire starting. Got a bunch of alcohol wipes. I don't know if you can kind of peek in there, but I've got a lot of the tinder quicks. I got wet fires. I've got mini infernos, micro infernos. Be able to start a lot of fires with this. This again is out of the UTG bag. This is my 5-piece kit in a can. So I've got the stainless steel Nalgene bottle so I can boil water. Just jam in here. Got the SOL 2-person heat sheet. So we should, with what we have in this box, we should definitely be able to rig something to stay warm. This is in here, kind of got a backup water filter, which I have sealed off with tape so it doesn't get all kind of messed up until it's time to use it. This is a Berkey filter. So as I talked about in the Sawyer mini filter kit, that one is not going to do much if you're in an area where you've got to deal with chemically contaminated water. That's where this is going to come in. So 2 filters, 2 purposes. Got the Bear Grylls ferro rod, so that's 2 ferro rods that we have. We got this one, and we got the one that's actually on the knife. I'm not sure how much this was. I want to say it was like I measured out about 75 to 100 feet and really tightly packed it. That's mil-spec paracord. Got the Kodiak magnesium fire starter. Not my favorite, but might be a time when that comes in handy. Got another cutting tool for backup, Ontario Rat 1. And I've got some bank line or tarred twisted nylon if you prefer. I also threw in the fish mouth spreaders, which you know we use as a bail for boiling water in the stainless steel canteen bottle. So there you have it. All that stuff I packed into this box. I've got multiple levels of shelter that'll keep you warm. I've got multiple levels of treating water. I've got multiple cutting tools. I've got calories. I've got vitamins. I've got navigation. I've got light. I've got ways to get food. I've got ways to fix, you know, minor injuries and cuts. I've got a couple other different ways to stay warm. I've got ways to navigate. And this isn't even counting the stuff that's on your person. So let me move this camera here real quick. Finish this up. So what do you think? Should I have a little bit more, a little bit less, a little bit higher? That would definitely help. You've seen all this stuff before, I know, but I'm just trying to keep you thinking. There's different ways you can set up a decent survival kit. It doesn't have to be a big freaking giant bag. I mean, there's a lot of you know, capability in that box. It's only this freaking big. You just gotta think about what you have and how big it is and how much versatility you can pack into that thing. I tell you what, if like Dave Canterbury or somebody had this stuff, he'd probably freaking live forever out in the woods with that. He'd come back with, like, you know, you find him out in the woods 40 years later with like 3 more generations out there living, you know, just because he had that box. And you can do a lot of stuff with that. So it's a lot of stuff that's not too much to carry. You know, that's the big thing you got to remember when you're making these packs. Don't make some giant ass pack that you can't walk 5 feet with. And you're like, well, it's better to sling it over. Well, if I want to sling it over something, I've got paracord in there. I can really quickly fashion a sling tie it to the handle, and sling it over my shoulder if I had to. Am I going to use this way? Probably not. I've got so many different bags and different ways that I set things up, and I really keep tweaking out my UTG EDC bag. That's my primary urban wilderness, pretty much everything survival kit. But I'm going to go through all my extra stuff and see what all I got, and I'm probably going to set this can up pretty much just like that, and it's going to go in one of the vehicles because I think it's just a good setup. And depending on where you live, you might set it up a little bit differently. This isn't the only way, obviously. I'm just kind of giving you an example. So there you have it. I'm Chris from Prepare Mind 101. Thanks for watching. Facebook, blah blah blah. Google Plus sucks. See you next time.